Okay. I'm sorry if I look a little crazy right now. I'm actually supposed to be in bed, so my hair's a little wacky. Um, I'm a little excited looking at my phone because I'm uploading the video to my laptop. I didn't want to take any chances on losing it this time, like what happened to my laptop. I had a video before, uh, a spiritual energy in my room. Me and my me and my husband were witnessing it. You could hear us both on the video. We were both in bed, and we were witnessing this ball of light dancing by our fridge. And we have a mini fridge in our room. And since then, nothing. Well, tonight, I'm kind of stoked. Um, in fact, it just finished. Oh, no, wait, they're almost finished uploading. It's not very long. Um, Before I turned on the camera, I saw something quickly go past the camera, and I hit record really quick. And it went by the camera 2 more times. It's you can see it. It's not dirt. It's not a bug. It's none of that. It's not visible to the naked eye without the camera. Um, Not as fast as it was going. I mean, I'm just, and as close as it was to the camera, it was so small I probably couldn't have seen it. But when I requested that it come back, it did. And I really need to stop referring to it as an it, because these are people. And we really all should refer to them as spirits or people, because I actually found out that they get really pissed off. They don't like being called it, thing, anything like that. They are people like you and I. They just don't have a physical form anymore. I've learned out quite a bit, and I've made mistakes and I've been reprimanded. So, but the thing is, it was so beautiful. And I got to keep the video. And it was, when you see something that is just so amazing. I'm sorry. I've seen a lot of things in my life from when I was a child till now. I've seen apparitions. I've seen people who turned out to not be living when I was younger. As I got older, it became more of a rarity. The last apparition, or physical, I don't know what to call it anymore, that I can recall was in my home here, where I saw a man at my door with his back to me in a suit that honestly looked like an undertaker's, like in the days of the Wild West. You know what they used to wear. And I just remember that moment, it was fear I felt. So the last time I saw something, it was terrifying in that sense. But now if we're talking about shadows, we could always talk about the Shadow Man. I haven't seen him in quite a while. Seen a lot of other things. Taking photos. Seen... God. I wish I could tell you all the things I've seen. And so many people out there would just... they'd call me crazy. And you know what? I don't care. I bare my soul to the public. Because honestly, I take what I do seriously. I go into it for knowledge, for understanding. And if I can help people move on, I haven't quite understood how to do that yet. I want to, But maybe, this isn't all stories like Hollywood. It's not an episode of Ghost Whisperer. It's not. It's none of that. You know, it's not how it works. Well, at least not for me. A lot of people say that what we do isn't real. Then you tell the ghost that I've heard speak my name on recordings that this isn't real. The message I got, Sondra Hicks. Yeah, and tell me I didn't throw the headphones across the room on that one. That's a little, wow. It startled me to death the first time I heard a spirit actually speak on an EVP with the headphones, and I jumped. You can't even begin to imagine if you haven't heard it. I want to do Paranormal Diaries. It's basically my thoughts and feelings, my experiences, how I feel about what I know and what I learn. And also, there's a few people I want to thank, or at least a gentleman who, if I can get to it, so kindly, Scott Mahoney. Thank you for posting. I appreciate it. The ghost hunting equipment research, I appreciate it. I am going to check into that, and more likely will be using that for insight. I appreciate it, so thank you. Patty and David, haven't forgotten about you. Feel free to call me. Hopefully these will be the new members of our team. Well, hopefully they'll be team members 2 and 3. No, wait a minute. 3 and 4. Gotta include Chris. Sorry, Chris. But, you've seen me post a lot of things. You've seen photos. Me post about what's happened here. And a lot of times it's hard to go over EVPs because sometimes, as much as I want to know the answers to the questions I asked, at the same time, I've had a lot of negative responses, and they creep me out a little sometimes. That's why I'm glad that I'm getting some strong members, because I know that they'll help build me in my faith and help build me to be stronger. Because support is an important thing in a group. You have to be supportive of each other. You have to be there for each other. So, you can't just say, oh, I'll show up for a hunt. No. And I'm glad that I've spoken to the people I've spoken to, because a team is just that. There's no I in team. So, an old saying. But, I feel blessed. I know I have a guardian angel, or at least a guardian spirit. I've had the pleasure of talking to spirits and hearing their voices like I was talking to an old friend. And I'm hoping that my spirit box issue will be figured out, because it's a little addicting. Because they were like friends to me in the very first crystal clear session I had on there, besides one I did at my friend's house. was the night that, I don't know how it happened, but I ended up banging my head pretty hard on the wall. And I was crying out in pain, and I still had the headphones on, plugged into the box, and it was still on. And this woman's voice came over it, shouting, "Are you injured?" Rang across all these channels that were speeding by, so crystal clear and constant. That was the moment that I know the spirit box was not a joke. And that from that moment, all the conversations changed. From that moment, they did become my spirit council, because it's always the same people. And I feel blessed because spirits feel comfortable enough to come to me, my home, talk to me, to appear before me, whether it's in orb form, whether it's on a photo, whether it's on a video, whatever it may be. I feel blessed because these are people like you and me. And you know what? They could be just as lonely and lost as you and I. And I think a lot of people forget that. So be looking for the video I'm going to post. Watch the beginning. You're going to see. I'm going to see if I can slow it down. I'm kind of just in rather a lot of shock right now. So a lot of emotions. I should be in bed, considering it's 4:39 a.m. They come at all hours. They're always here. I always hear them. They're never far from me. It's one thing. Somebody told me I'm insensitive. I said, you know what? I don't really think you can put a definition on me, because the many things that I've been capable of doing, I can't even really explain. I just do them. And in life, I find that people say I'm easy to talk to. So, with that said, thanks for listening. And I will talk to you later. Take care.